Bailey, BBC Coventry and Warwickshire.
So, how do you perfect the snowball? With predictions saying that we could be in for centimetres, or some people even promising inches tomorrow, let's have a chat to somebody who knows a thing or two about throwing things. Michele Golland is with us from the... Now, this might sound a little bit tenuous, but from Rounders England, and is the head coach of the national team, I understand. Hello, Michele.
Good afternoon, Laura.
How are you?
I'm good. Thank you.
Are you ready for the snow tomorrow?
We are ready, yes. Unfortunately, yes.
Okay, now apparently you are able to help us with a technique for snowballs and indeed throwing them. So let's go through this together, Michele, if that's all right, because the snow is apparently coming tomorrow, and this is a skill you can pass on to your children and grandchildren, having learnt it here with us today.
Okay.
So over the course of the weekend, you will be able to be throwing the perfect snowball and wow everybody else. So that there is no shameful snowball fight, not this year anyway. Somewhere up north, the police are saying you can be arrested for throwing snowballs, so do check where you are before you start throwing them around.
Yeah.
Okay, so step one, preparation, Michele. What do we need to do?
Well, you would form a handful of soft snow into a ball that fits snugly into the palm of your hand.
Oh, right, okay.
And you need to get the snow packed tightly enough so that it doesn't break up in mid-flight, but loosely enough to break up on impact.
Yeah, because and you'll note here that there is no word of using ice, and there is no word of putting stones in the middle of your snowball. That's cheating.
Wouldn't dream of it.
No, naughty. We don't do that kind of thing. We want a nice little... But so it needs... In order for it to fly perfectly, we're looking at having this fit snugly into the palm of our hand. So it needs to fit each snowball individual, like each snowflake, individual for you.
Yes.
Perfect.
And then,
yes,
standing,
yes,
facing your target, you need to pull back the arm,
yes,
holding the snowball,
yes,
and at the same time take a step back with the foot on the same side that of your throwing arm.
Okay, yeah.
And then point your other arm at the target and roll back so that your body weight is on your back foot.
Right. So my free hand, because I'm right-handed, so it's my left hand, is pointing not at the face of, because that again is dirty snowball throwing ethic.
Yes.
We don't want to be throwing at the face.
No.
So at a coated midriff, I'm pointing at. That's what I'm aiming.
Yes.
I have to say, I'm not very good, so let me just say, if I hit you with a snowball, I'm aiming at your stomach. I may hit you in the face. It's an accident. So I'm rocking back, and then I know, what do I need to do now? Transfer my step
body
two.
weight.
Step two. This is action. We're poised. We're prepared.
Yes.
Action is.
Well, you transfer your weight from your back to your front foot by rotating your hips. Ooh. And at the same time, bring your throwing arm through, leading the action from your shoulder.
Okay, so I'm going to... Okay, so am I looking for a bowling action or a throw?
No.
No, a throw.
No, it's an overarm throw.
Okay, right, yeah, I get that. So
got it. And as your arm reaches a point just in front of your head...
Yeah.
Kind of flick your wrist and release the snowball.
Oh, it's always in the flick of the wrist.
It is.
It's always in the flick of the wrist. That's something I don't do, Michele. I would just let go of it. But no, I need to flick my wrist.
Correct.
Right. And that's the point of release. This is very important.
And then you need to continue with your throwing arm to continue on its path, aiming in that direction. So you're aiming at your target. So
you follow through with the throwing arm. Don't just let go and stop. You actually, in order to project it properly with your flick of the wrist, you need to keep your arm going.
Yes. And then you need to take a small step forward to avoid falling, face down in the snow.
And then, because you're now brilliant at it, you need to run, because everybody's going to be starting to try to throw them at you.
That's right. And what you need to do is practice and have fun.
Yes. Now, Michele, I'm assuming, because you are part of the Rounders England setup, you are head coach, is that right?
That's correct, yeah.
That you're pretty good at a game of snowball fighting.
Yes, but I find that it's kind of... I'd rather play in the summer, if I'm honest.
I was going to say, rounders is a summer's game and a summer sport, and then yet you're teaching us all how to throw snowballs, and I'm guessing actually you're more of a summer sport fan than you are winter.
Yes, and I'm more of a bowler than a thrower, but that's just my particular preference.
Yeah, but I don't suppose there are many people that would necessarily want to challenge you though, Michele, really.
Thank you, Laura.
Listen, it's been lovely to talk to you. Thank you for helping us. If people want to find out more about rounders, roundersengland.com is the website. The throwing techniques in throwing the perfect snowball are the same and are akin to the skills needed in a game of rounders. Michele Golland is the head coach of the National Rounders team, and you have just had some perfect coaching from the head coach of the national team for rounders on how you're going to go about throwing the perfect snowball tomorrow. Just gone 10 to 2, you with Lorna on BBC Coventry Warwickshire. A very good afternoon.